fear, we kept running, tried to hide away. Can you hear? War is coming, beckoning our fate. This is the day that we stand up, this is the day we fight. We'll take our place, we won't give in, our victory's in sight. Only a sword in our hand, but we enter the lion's den. We're not waiting for a war, we bring the war to them.
Hello, OPS Esports fans. Welcome back to OPSC Esports Overwatch. Super excited to have you for tonight's evening and tonight's matches. We're bringing you two exciting ones to start us off, though. It's going to be Waterloo Warriors versus Carleton Ravens. My name is Guthix. You can call me that. And I'm joined by a new face here in the esports community, but has some experience of Overwatch under his belt. It's going to be Ryan. Ryan, how's it going, my man?
It's going really good. I'm really excited for these matches and should be a great night.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Without further ado, let's just dive right in and take a look at these two rosters. Carleton Ravens playing in last week's match, plenty of star players to keep an eye out for. Saw a lot of great stuff coming in from the DPS lineup of Fuzz and Duckliff from last week, pulling that reverse sweep off against Conestoga. Love to see that. Plus, Fishnet probably on Mercy Jail still when they're bringing out the Fair from the Fuzz, but bit of an underdog in this match against Waterloo Warriors here, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean the Warriors looking really strong today. I mean they have Nomer badges on the tank, Kang Karusu sorry, Nomer badges on the DPS, Kang Karusu on the tank, and at frags on support. I mean it's just a strong lineup all around.
Yeah,
In my
strong lineup.
experience, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. What experience? You have a
In my
ton of it coming in
experience,
from one of the
yeah.
players.
I mean, I've played against Waterloo many times, and I see a couple of familiar names, and it's just always a strong team when you're looking at Nomer, Badges. I mean, these are names you even see in the competitive rank scene. So I'm a little scared for Carleton, but who knows what happens.
Well, Carleton have a lot to live up to. Waterloo Warriors winning last season's ranked number 1 going into the playoffs, and they showed it. They actually only played Carleton once during the regular season last year, and that was a split. It was a 1-1 split. They split it 1-1. Twice. They played twice, sorry, and they split the one loss, 1 win with each other. So even teams back there, however, Carleton does have a new roster this year. Maybe it's going to be better, Ryan, and maybe they'll come up on top here during this regular season match.
Yeah, I mean, it must sting never really getting to face, your rivalry too much last year. So I mean, immediately this season being able to have a great match against them, it should be, an exciting match, get to yeah, get
Yeah,
that stress out from the previous season. You never got to release it. I mean, in the finals, Queens stealing that spot from Carleton, it must sting.
yeah, Carleton coming in at number 2 and then got upset by Queens in the semifinals. Didn't have that chance to play that finals match against Waterloo. So different roster, but we get that exciting match right here. Maybe the one that was forgotten. Queens taking away that from us, but still, congratulations for Queens getting into the finals from last season. You talk about these Waterloo Warriors, Ryan, and you're mentioning some of these people in like high level competitive ranks too. Are you saying like top 500 or just high grandmasters?
I mean, I've played competitive for a while, and these are people I've seen consistently at the GM level. I mean, I don't play enough to monitor their ranks, but I'm talking 4K, 4.2, so it's definitely it's definitely a rank to be contended with, and they've been at this consistently. I mean, Carleton, as for what I know, they're a brand new team, a lot of fresh faces, whereas Waterloo looks to be more experienced. So on paper, the advantage does go to Waterloo.
On paper, it is, but in my experience of play and also casting, I'm sure you can attest to this, right hand. Overwatch is a game that can change every single week. Whereas compositions, other teams playing different comps, figure it out the rock, paper, scissors matchup. And even though one team looks better on paper, the other team can sometimes walk away with the win. I know before we went live here, you were talking about how Waterloo does a really good job with the composition. You say in your experience that they were like ahead of the game with the double shield comp when no one else was playing it. Is that something they're really good at that you've noticed?
Yeah, these guys, the Waterloo Warriors, these guys are running, BAP Brig, Double Shield, one of the first teams in the league, and they're running it really effectively, probably given their wealth of competitive experience, right? So expect to see some, I mean, probably the same Double Shield, but who knows? Maybe they're coming at you with the Sigma Ball, some funky comps that, that are stewed up in the East Coast ladder. who knows what you can see from them. But in my experience, they're always coming up, or they're always playing what's brand new, what's the most effective comp. So it's really tough to face them.
Well, when you say that, they're always playing the newest thing, but that means they can also play the old comps as well that are just better on different maps. So being able to have that versatility in a 6v6 game where there's so many different hero combinations, whether you're playing dive, you're playing rush, you're playing double shield, playing double bubble, there's so many different compositions that you could play, that being able to have those high level players to master those roles and practice them, that makes them a very deadly team. We saw it last season, and well, both these teams coming in undefeated so far, seeing who's going to pick up their first loss. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pretty swift victory for Waterloo tonight.
Yeah, it really is up in the air. I mean, this meta, I mean, a lot of heroes have been changed, in my opinion, to a lot of tank heroes have been balanced and empowered to match each other, right? So this double shield is not exactly the strongest anymore, and there's no real tank comp that just dominates every single other one. So there is an opportunity for Carleton to play some, test out multiple different comps, iterate during the matches. If they can do that quickly enough, they could possibly stumble onto something that, just edges out, and then just play that for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you make great points. We're going to hopefully get started here. Just some technical issues from one of the teams. Our first map is going to be Lijon Tower, though. And I saw last week, right, and Fuzz's Farah coming out on Lijon Tower. Got a lot of picks, had some big plays. They didn't pull it off, though, in the end to pick up that first map win on Lijon Tower. But I really liked what I saw from Fuzz. He got a little more comfortable in the rest of the evening. They pulled off the reverse sweep. So if you're coming into this and you're Waterloo, you're most likely expecting Fuzz on the Farah at least two of these maps, or at least one maybe, of Lijon Tower. What do you think is the best way or approach that Waterloo's going to take to deal with it?
I mean, it depends on the map, but we're talking about Lijiang Gardens, right? Wide open space. I don't even think Waterloo decides to, run a. I think they literally just run like a rush comp, zombie comp with a diva and just use the geometry. They're so good as players. I think they can literally just hide from the Farah, use the diva to cover their rotations, and they're just going to be on to the vulnerable backline, right? It's just going to be an Ana with minimal support. So I think that's the way they're gonna run it, right? Just like run it down into the back line, avoid the Farah using the diva. Torb off the map.
You make good points. Yeah, honestly, you make a lot of good points here. Well, we're gonna get underway here coming into this map, and everything's good on side Waterloo. I'm already excited. I'm at the edge of my seat to see these two high-level teams face each other, both undefeated, both coming into this match, trying to stay undefeated, and someone's going to walk away with the loss here. It's going to be someone, and neither team wants it to be them. Lijon Tower, a fan favorite for control point, I might add, Ryan.
Yeah, this is just a great map to start on, right? A lot of different comps are viable, so it's just a balanced way, a neutral way for both teams to start off and, chip away at each other.
Yeah, absolutely. We take a look here quickly. Fuzz on the Farah and Fishnet still in Mercy Jail. This was the same composition they played last week. They couldn't get it done. They got to 99%. And they're going to be sticky to the ground here on the side of Waterloo on the right. We'll have to see if Fuzz is able to get enough pressure. I'll be on the play-by-play action with Ryan on the color it up with all of his expertise. And we're going to get underway with our first match of the evening. Waterloo on the blue side and Carleton on the red. First team engagement is going to start off. It's going to be Burnsy dangerously low. Has to get the healing from Frags. Trying to get out of there and get the support he needs. and does so. Ducklet almost dead. Has to get a med pack by Fuzz. 50% up to that barrage. A long poke fight, just building up that ultimate percentage. Badges finds first kill on Ducklet, wins the 1v1 fight, and the point's gonna go over to the side of Waterloo, building up that percent.
Yeah, if you decide to play this Pharah, you're really on a timer against the other team's comp, which is just going to get more consistent value. So, I mean, Fuzz, he's hitting a lot of rockets, but he has to get that barrage like almost instantly. He comes in with the nano barrage, but he gets 2 actually. I mean, it's going pretty well. It looks like it's winnable for their team. They're going to have to clean up the rest of these kills pretty fast, otherwise the other team's going to speed back. It's looking pretty good for Carleton. The B comes in. There's only 3 people left. Oh, Baby Diva as well. I mean, you're looking at these clutch players, right? Like they're using these ults. A little strangely, still working out.
It's gonna be Adri though that has the primal, gonna pop it. Both angry monkeys. Burnsy trying to find value, able to take out Axel, but it's gonna be Adri finding the double kill. You make a really good point, right hand. If you're playing with the Pharah, you're on the clock. The spawns are gonna come back quickly. EMP hits all of the team of Carleton, but there's not really enough follow-up. Buzz is gonna find 2 kills, and now pop the barrage, accidentally kill himself. Frags takes out Fishnet, and again, they are on this point. Waterloo still have control, and they are going to be winning this team fight. You commit so many resources, and you walk away with nothing while Waterloo forces a last team fight here.
Yeah, it's just a lot of pressure onto one player to make a lot happen. And it's hard against Waterloo. They're such a skilled team. Like, they're using ultimates when they're down, which they know is the right call. They have the point. They're stalling it all the way to 99%. I mean, it's going to be tough.
This is exactly where you want to be if you're Waterloo. Diva Bomb coming in from Riptor. A nice bubble by Burnsy. Perfectly timed. Ducklet has to pulse bomb. Has to find some high kill. Maybe onto Frags with the Coalescence walking in. But it's going to be Frags picking up the 2 Frags with the eliminations. It's going to be Waterloo walking away with this first round win on Nishan Tower. 100% to 0. And a one-sided match so far, Ryan. This one's looking to be a quick one.
You just see how much work that Coalescence does. When you only have Mercy Anna and your Mercy is in the sky, like once the coal is popped, it's the Anna self-nades and then it's it. Like there's no other healing. She gets downed. It's a strong comp. And I would like to see Carleton, swap it up a little and not just run Pharah and be like, Fuzz, you gotta carry. Like, there has to be more coordinated ways they can play instead of just like nanoing him, pocketing him.
Well, it seems like they're gonna stick with that game plan, but instead, Waterloo's gonna be playing the Mei and Sim, gonna be teleported up to the high ground. Ducklet's still playing the Sim, gonna switch over to the Tracer now. There's gonna be no mirror teleporter. They're gonna commit all of their chips onto Fuzz in this poke. Has to find some kills. He has to find some kills
go
here.
behind, just like we're gonna sit main and you have to get your barrage basically. Their win con here is really like Fuzz build your barrage, which is it's tough. Like just get an ultimate,
Well, he's 50% all the way there, but Burnsy and Nomer's gonna single out Adri. The tanks fall, and that's your meat and potatoes in this composition. Fuzz has the barrage basically, but they have control of the point. Waterloo does, and Fuzz needs to get out with his life before he gets taken out, and a big stagger kill could be right here.
Yeah, ATT going for a bit of a hopeful boot, but they have the point. They can afford a small mistake. The important thing is to know that they have this barrage. It's gonna come in. It's a great matrix. Only one person goes down. Wall comes down as well. They were prepared for it. You could see Furusu is looking for that block immediately.
A big res comes from Fishnet, brings back Axel, but during that time, takes out Buzz with the boot, and Rifter. It's gonna be big plays from the support line. Can't forget about them, and At's been all around with the beats and the kills. Pretty star player so far in this match. They're going to be walking in though. Nomer dropping the Blizzard, catches all the players for Carleton on the point. A clean sweep and a pretty comfortable position if I'm Waterloo.
Yeah, definitely. It's looking pretty dire for Carleton here. Not making any swaps except for just the Reinhardt. Now they have look at a Doom. Okay, so a bit of swaps here, right? They're changing up their strategy. I actually like this. It looks like a fake TP and they're looking to just rush the front line. It's actually pretty good.
Well, not gonna be good with the shatter. Catches 4. Oh, nice, nasty shatter by Burnsy, and the cleanup is there. Adrian gets taken out early, and then it's just a clean shattered 4K from Burnsy to clean it up. There's 10% left. I don't know if anyone can touch. It's going to be Adrian walking in here. Has to be Teleporter coming in from Ducklet. They're going to be able to touch, but they have to deal with a Diva Bomb on point. Catches 1, catches Fishnet, and the rest of the team of Carleton alls. It's going to be a clean 2-0 on Lijiang Tower for Waterloo. 100% and 100%. A very nice share coming in from Burnsy. That has to be play of the game. Of course it is. What would it else be? Gotta be Burnsy with the shatter. Very, very nice play coming out from him. Well, that was pretty decisive, Ryan. A 2-0 victory for Waterloo, and I don't know what else to expect from the rest of the series.
Oh yeah, that was I mean, that was just a show of strength, 100% on both points. That's pretty hard to do, but it shows you that Waterloo just comes out prepared, and Carleton looking like they want to run their strats and they're not, taking into account that the other team might be better. So you might want to change up your strat a little. You can still run the Pharah, right? If Fuzz is so comfortable, or you just want the Pharah, but you probably want to change up your backline. Try to exploit some weaknesses instead of just playing to run in and fight. I mean, ironically, the best fight Carleton had was when they swapped up last second to that Sim Doomfist. And I mean, it was a huge shatter, right? But if say someone else dies and it's not the Carleton Reinhardt, that shatter can get blocked and the fight goes back and forth. So I honestly think that swapping up tank comps for Carleton is going to bring it like it's not completely unwinnable. Like they got 100% both points, right? But there was still picks being got for Carleton, right? So if they clean up their play, it is definitely contestable for them.
Yeah, just as like you're saying, gotta figure out if you're gonna stick with us on the fair. We're gonna get into our next map shortly. It's gonna be Eichenwald for a hybrid style map, and well, I mean, Eichenwald is a good map for Pharah, right? Right hand. I mean, you gotta probably expect to still see the Pharah on defense or offense. You can always switch to the Echo though. That's also a valuable option if Fuzz is comfortable on it.
Yeah, both picks are really good on Eichenwald, except for maybe last point indoors. But for the first 2 points, Farah is an Echo. Great picks. However, from Waterloo, expect to see a hit scan this map, so it may not be, that factor may be offset by a good hit scan on the Waterloo side, just since this map a little bit more open, a little bit more supporting of hit scan characters, Ash, Widow, McCree, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, Ash, Will, McCree, you just named all the big hitters, and well, we haven't seen anything yet. It is going to be Waterloo over on the side of Red now. They're going to be on the attack here. It's going to be Carleton trying to hold Waterloo for the full hold. And how are they going to do it? Well, Ducklet was on the Hanzo. He played Hanzo last time on the Eichenwald. He did very well, but they're going to opt to play as Tracer. Fuzz on the Pharah, but it's going to be playing the Echo instead. So we're going to see the Echo come out instead of the Pharah. See if he can get it done on there. Nomer baited the Bastion. He can't stay with it, but I really want him to stay with it, but it's not going to happen. Always love seeing some Bastion or Torbjorn playing. It's going to be the Doomfist, though. Badges on the McCree. Going to be the hit scan hero to try to deal with Buzz in the air. Adri dangerously low, has to get out with his life, and they're just speed boosting right in at, able to get the whole team of Waterloo right onto point. Now it's a Brawl Fest, and Adri gonna be taken out by Nomer. And when you're in a Brawl Fest and you have a Reinhardt, you just win those. Badges takes out Buzz, and it's gonna be the DPS cleaning it up by Nomer and Badges. What a crazy DPS duo. One team fight won, and one team fight gets the cart, and they're gonna be moving through Street Phase.
Yeah, I mean, you can see they're playing a spam dive comp against a rush comp. I mean, it even shortens the timer, and even more so when you're running that echo, you have a longer ult charge. So it's so hard. Like the lamp was used by frags. I mean, as you amplification matrix coming out, they're just pushing the tempo. You know, they know that Carleton is not running a strong comp. You just run straight into them. If your tanks are D.Va and Winston and you're playing Tracer, Echo, you're looking to farm that pulse bomb, farm that dupe, but you know your front line is already dead by the time you're like 50-40%. So it's gonna be tough to make this work. You're gonna need Adrian to like jump around like a madman and bait attention. You can see first point he got forced out on the bridge immediately, 1 HP jumped out. It's gonna have to be more like soft dives to spaces to bait the dive. Jump straight in.
They're gonna commit the nano boost, but D.Va Bomb coming up on top, catches 2. Cruz able to find the 3rd kill on Adri. Badges just a cherry on top with the high knee and take you out baby D.Va. And it's another clean team fight win. And with 3 people on cart, there's no way that Carleton can touch this. They're going to get in here on point B and move right into the castle with ease.
Yeah, definitely. The keyword is with ease. You know, just stick together, spam those AoE healing, and pocket your Kree behind the shield, and it's just massive value. Huge shatter again. It just doesn't stop.
Oh, what a big shatter from side Waterloo. Burnsy catches Adri sleeping. Sneaks in the shatter, hits 4 on the ground. And with 5 minutes and 10 seconds in time bay, they're setting up to do a pretty nice record-setting time. They're gonna have to win the last team fight though. Carleton tried to hold on. They have spawn advantage. Maywall is gone. They have Axel with the window. Gonna drop it down. Immortality fields are used and gone. Badge with the high noon in the back. Takes out Adri early. Looking for anything, but doesn't get anyone. Speed boost was just a little too late. It's gonna be the tanks that are frozen. They need to get support, but not enough. Buzz takes out Burnsy. And Carleton should be able to hold on to this team fight and at least chip some more time off the clock.
I mean, Waterloo in classic Waterloo fashion is playing extremely aggressively, finally getting pushed back, you know, but you have 4 minutes on the clock and you have your opponent, you know, so stressed out, like wary of your aggression. So it's a great spot to be in. They can play around this, maybe take a dry fight here, you know, bait out a couple ultimates and then just come back in and use 6 ults. That would be my you know, best play, but maybe it's just shatter 6 and they just cap. Who knows? Burns is just hitting bombs today.
Yeah, a lot of different options. They're going to commit with Nomer coming in. And now D.Va Bomb and the High Noon. They're going for it. It's going to slow the Sarah onto Adri. High Noon coming from Ducklet. Able to take out Axel, though. Key part falls. No Betis for that healing. Buzz takes out Nomer. It's an even fight here, but Spurnsy on the cart. The tanks on the cart, able to almost push it there. Now shatter from Adri coming in late. A key beat by Beats coming out from both Lucios. Everyone has shield. It's going to be a long one, folks. And Nomer switching to the Bastion. He's walking back, trying to close it out here. Burnsy kills the counterpart, but the Blizzard could be big. Burnsy gets his Shatter canceled by the Blizzard. Now the Bastion on the edge. He's looking to find more kills. Diva Bomb behind it, doesn't get anything except Ad gets caught out, and Nomer on the Bastion on the high ground. You have to hide behind the car if you're Carleton. You gotta be careful because this Bastion, you don't have anyone to pressure him down. 3 meters away, and Nomer takes out Fuzz. That's a key pick right there, and now he's looking for more. He's hungry. Cruz takes out Axel, and Nomer takes out Duckling. A big Diva Bomb on the card, and Cruz able to close it out. A very nice effort for Carleton with the stall. That 5 minutes and 10 seconds turned into 2 minutes and 28 seconds, a much more manageable time if you are Carleton.
Yeah, it was definitely a great stall off the back of some pretty decent ultimate usages. But Waterloo, that experience showing, I saw an amazingly timed beat from ATT. I mean, we got the Bastion swap we got that Bastion swap mid like right away. It's like who do you see that from? Only East Coast players. So you can clearly tell Waterloo has that experience, and they just know when to push that tempo to secure the payload.
Yep. And, I always love seeing me some Bastion. It's not picked very often, Ryan. He really isn't. Bastion needs some playtime too. And we saw it right there at the end. And now we're seeing Junkrat coming in from Nomer. See if he sticks with it. I think he is going to be sticking with it. Some cheeky traps. I'm excited to see the one-shots.
I mean, Nomer clearly feeling himself. He's, deciding to flex around the DPS roster a little, or maybe this is his specialty pick. He's looking just to secure the win right away with his Junkrat.
Well, he's going to be coming all the way from the castle side. We'll have to see what kind of crazy shenanigans this is. He's waiting for the call from his team. They're going to be under the bridge. He's coming over on top. He's dropping around town. He's going to be in the back line and finds Octave. Wow. They talk about Doomfist rollouts, but you really never hear about Junkrat rollouts. And that, my friends and folks, is a Junkrat rollout by Nomer. What an outstanding play.
Yeah, I mean, Nomer just put Octave and his killing streamers in my Junkrat rollout montage video.
Someone clip it.
Again. I mean, that was just impressive.
It was.
I don't know how to word it.
You can't word it any more than, well, that was impressive, or your echo, that was different. Definitely was, as Fuzz gets taken out. I knew by Badge takes out Axel as well. Gonna get the res, but the rest of the team of Waterloo's rolling in. Have to be careful. Axel gets away with his life. They are being forced back to spawn, and Burnsy looking for the charge pin. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They don't know. You have to be careful. Burns looking for the pin. He's just waiting, and along with Nomer, they got a nano boost to Nomer, but he gets anti. Very nice anti by Axel and the elimination. It's gonna cost Waterloo for being aggressive. They have to back up, and Fuzz is taking advantage in the sky, finding 3 kills in this team fight. The Nano is committed onto Adri, just to close it out. Fuzz being the sole provider right hand for that team fight and this cap of 0.8.
Yeah, I mean, that's the double-edged sword. You see, trying to play too stylish can get you punished a little. But, if you're winning as hard as Waterloo, you have a little bit of leeway to make these stylish plays. So you might want to bring it back a little, secure the time. But it is important that Carleton is able, you see a big tire holding the payload. Nomer just getting a couple kills here. It is important that Carleton is able to punish Waterloo when they're making these really silly plays. So it's not to the point where they can do whatever they want. That's important.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Fuzz take advantage of it when Waterloo was being a little too aggressive. Have to see if he can do that more as Carleton walk in with 5 ultimates. Ducklet takes out Nomer. That's going to be a start, but Ad finds Ducklet trying to get a res off, but might be dangerous. Buzz takes out Ad. Badges takes out Adri. That's going to be a big one that they want back. It's an even team fight, but Badge on the high ground takes out Fuzz. That was not in the game plan. But they're going to be rolling through this cart. Burnsy looking for the shatter. They're going to pop the beat and drop it down onto cart. Nice Graviton Surge coming out from Rifter, though, to stop that engagement. Now Buzz is cleaning it up, takes out 2 total. Adrian takes out Burnsy. I think Carleton was trying to drop in with the beat, but one of them, I think it was Nomer, got caught up with the Graviton.
Yeah, I think Waterloo using that beat a little early, aggressively almost, too aggressively I would say. But the grav coming out, hitting them onto the wall, allowing for a nice anti, and just Nomer gets deleted. These fights are turning really hectic, and you can see Waterloo getting impatient after that previous really long fight. They just come in with a beat. They just want to win it immediately. Doesn't go exactly the plan, but it's important for Waterloo to stay disciplined for these last 2 minutes. You know, the payload is pretty close to the end. If you can just win 2 team fights, you're good.
Yeah, you don't want to give a third map to Carleton. He's going to start off with an elimination on Fuzz, and then Ducklet takes out Nomer. But Fuzz is going to get resurrected. Very nice part. Have a Octave who switched in for Fishnet. On the Mercy, double some more ultimates. They're going to try to push them off this high ground. Shattered by Burns. He gets nothing. And now he's in an awkward position. Octave gets taken out, sniped by Badge High Noon. Not going to be resurrected back there. They're going to have to get on the ground. Going to be pinned is Adri, but not before the Primal Rage comes out. Buzz takes out Frags. A key part of this defense is that Baptiste. They're pushing it. They're going to try to get it all the way to the end. But Burnsy is going to be the one to able to stop it. Now it's going to be Cruz's turn. He also has the Diva Bomb, so he has plenty of stall here. Stall potential is very high. And the Diva Bomb on point. They're going to have to be really careful here. It's a very long walk back from spawns, but they're still getting the kills. Adrian gets taken out, though. They might want to res that one back in. Badges takes out Ducklet. Ducklet's going to rejoin. It's going to be Fuzz holding them back. Going to get the mines off onto the ball. Keep everyone zoned off. Very nice minefield. Just a little behind the cart. Spawn advantage is for Waterloo. They have to find the kills. Fuzz, your star player, gets taken out. You want to get that res, but it might just be too dangerous over to the left. And a nice boot by Burnsy. Boot it ripped her off. If you are Carleton, you have to either choose to commit or get out and get one last team play. They're trying to commit here. Adrian has Primal Rage, trying to get it done, but jumps off the cliff. Oh, he gets it back. He's still staying on it.
He's good.
Oh, that was really dangerous. No one was on the cart there for Carleton for a moment, but no one else could touch. It's going to be Adrian trying to close out with Ducklet. Ducklet out of nowhere picks up a triple kill. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Ad drops the beat, but 3 people are already dead. You gotta be kidding me, Ryan. You thought it was over, but Ducklet said otherwise. The stalls are back though. The spawn advantage is there. Tire though picks up 2. Nomer clutching it up. Pulse bomb catches 1, but it's Nomer now picking up the 3K. That should wrap it up here unless the Ducklet pulls off another miracle. That's not gonna happen. Thought Carleton was gonna come back, but it's gonna be Waterloo gonna be coming out on top. Waterloo Warriors moving on undefeated, and it's going to be Carleton picking up their first loss of the season. And these Waterloo, crazy. This Nomer, oh, the Junkrat rollout. You love to see that. I have never seen that before, Ryan, and well, that was a real treat for us.
Yeah, this guy's mine mechanics are on point. You know, he's triple mining, double mining all the way into the back line. I mean, it wasn't just that rollout, right? Like mid map, he's like, oh, how do I counter Echo? Well, I could spawn camp the Mercy by triple mining into their spawn. Does that, but I mean, you know, it's tough because Fuzz was doing so much. Like he wanted to win that quite a lot. I mean, it's actually it's sort of bittersweet for Carleton, but you know, a decent look at the end, you know, regain your morale, show that you can have a competitive fight against Waterloo if you all are trying your hardest. Which you know, it looks that you can think about that for your next match. Let that fuel you.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw a lot of good stuff from all the team members of Waterloo. I mean, we shouldn't have expected anything less. Lots of great plays. But if we were to give MVP out, I think it has to come from the support lineup of At. He had great beats. He was getting kills, making big plays. Sometimes the supports get forgotten, right? And well, let's not forgive At here and his big plays picking up MVP for us in the casting booth.
Yeah, Ad doing a great job, you know, like he moment to moment switching up between that team-based Lucio and also deciding to go Reddit Lucio, just run in and kill somebody for free. You know, it's a huge switch up to make.
Yeah, it's a big switch up to me, and we are graced with one of the players from Waterloo here. It's gonna be Cruiser, off-take player. Cruiser, congratulations for your guys' win here, coming out and keeping your undefeated season alive. Excellent stuff.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, all right. So can we just start off with that Junkrat rollout? What was the call? Was that like planned ahead of time? Do you do that every time on Iconwall? Because that was kind of nuts.
Every now and then, if we're scrimming Eichenwald, either on Doomfist or on Junkrat, that rollout could come out for sure. Because no one who expects that. Who do you think about the Junkrat coming from the ceiling? Ain't no one.
I mean, the Doomfist, you said, like, yeah, that's a common one for Doomfist, but I never seen the Junkrat do it. So that was awesome to get the one shot onto the support in the back line. That was great stuff. Sticking with your undefeated season, you guys have something to live up to. You won last season. I mean, you guys don't look like you have changed. You know, are you expecting another undefeated season so far?
Yeah, for sure. Uh, I fully expect us to not drop a map at all. Honestly,
Ooh.
we should just we should win. I believe so.
We have that on camera and recorded, so we will keep close eye on that. I do want to play devil's advocate to that though. Yes, not yesterday, last week we saw a very nice University of Toronto team. If you have looked at the roster, the aspect of retired professional does play for them. I was seeing a lot of good stuff there, and I think they're on your roster in late November. So, is that a game that you guys are definitely looking at and seeing how you're going to prepare for that?
Well, I've seen the roster. I haven't really looked at their game that much. I'm gonna be honest, but we're just gonna keep prepping like how we've been prepping and just play our game. I'm not too concerned about like counter stratting or anything like that. We're just gonna play our game and win with our game, I think.
I mean, that's the best way to do it and take it. Play your game and make the opponents try to beat your game. Awesome, Cruiser. Is there anyone you'd like to shout out from teammates or managers or social media people?
Um, Shout outs to the Carleton media team who gave us a easy, like, what was it? I forget what the tweet was. Anyway, there was a bit of a ratio on that tweet, so shout out to them. It was fun.
Yes, that was very fun and entertaining to see that. Cruiser, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on the win and good luck on the rest of your season.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Awesome. That was Cruiser for the off tank for Waterloo. Well, a quick series, Ryan, but that's not going to wrap it up for us. We have another match for you, but we're going to go to a short break.